Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of Let's Play Battlefield Somalia. Today we are taking part in what is truly a major confrontation against the American forces. We will be fighting for what appears to be either a large village or a small town, which is of crucial importance for the Somali National Army. I would like to start this episode off by apologizing for the fact that I couldn't upload it yesterday. It being St. Patrick's Day and all that, I was too busy getting blind drunk, I was too busy worshipping the Lord. Now, we've got to stay on track here as we fight against the Yankee intruders. We must seize the town square as well as the rest of this town. We cannot yield a single inch of ground to the American imperialists. Not today at the very least. We have suffered for too long to allow such an aberration to occur. Now fortunately I was able to take that fall. I'll have to get back up there to get my tank however. Anyways, we're going to raise up this flag and claim this bridge for us. And now we shall be able to take advantage of this sewer system to get where we want to go. For about 3 meters. Not that it's much of a problem. Really at this point, I need to keep a level head if I want to achieve victory. And of course I do. So we'll work hard to capture as many bases as we can. We'll have to get the Americans to bleed points as quickly as possible, because we need a rapid victory. Of course we could try to draw the Americans in to some kind of protracted confrontation. However, that's not my style. Neither is taking bullets to the face like that. And so I'll be returning to the outpost to get some proper hardware. Because the Americans are about to decimate us. And I need to prevent a disaster. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive in here with a BMD-3. I'm going to knock out their Abrams. And I am going to cut them down like grass. It's good to see a billboard here advertising the US intervention mod. If anybody remembers, that's the mod that I based Battlefield Iraq on. It appears that they're from the same development team. Although I must say that the US intervention mod is of far greater quality than this one. Now I want to knock this helicopter right out of the goddamn skies. However, I am unfortunately unable to do so. Instead, I accidentally gunned down one of my comrades right on the street. Here we go! The big confrontation against the Abrams. Let's play this smart. We need to play this smart, because otherwise we'll get knocked out immediately. Since the Abrams has better armor, a better gun, and due to its advanced technology, it even has better speed. Now let's go and try to knock it out. Here we go. We've done it. We've taken out their Abrams, and now we're going to confront them here in the town square. If the Americans want a fight, it's a fight that they'll get. A real fight. A Somali fight. A fight that they will regret. I'm going to go under the bridge, and I'm going to take advantage of the sewers to kill as many of these scumbags as I possibly can. The truth is that there are dozens of Americans in the town. They're on the verge of overrunning the place. And we've got to stop them. Because otherwise we are in for an unfortunate, truly unfortunate defeat. Now, using some selected burst fire, we should be able to hold them off, at the very least keep them out of this alleyway. Using this amazing technical here, we might just be able to kick them out of the town. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it that far. So I'm just going to get a technical from here. We don't need a tank because that's too obvious, it's too big a target. So instead we'll be taking this magnificent pickup truck. Provided by who knows who. Anyways, it's quite a luxurious vehicle, I must say. You have air conditioning, at the very least what appears to be some kind of air ventilation. We have nice lovely leather seats, which is extremely lavish by Somali standards. We've got what appears to be about 10% of a windshield, so a lot more than usual. And of course, if one wants to call shotgun, one can just call machine gun instead. Speaking about calling machine gun, we'll have to do that about now. We've got a 50 caliber machine gun right here, and we're going to use it to gun down as many of these Americans as we possibly can. We will cause some atrocities here, that much is clear to see. However, these atrocities are necessary. They are necessary for the future of Somalia. A future that we are fighting for today. A future that we cannot allow to disappear. Somalia's future lies with General Mohammed Farah Aidid. And by Allah, we are going to bring the future into Aidid's hands. No matter how much blood we may shed in the process. Meanwhile, the Americans have captured our anti-aircraft vehicle. Curses upon them all. They've also taken out our tank. This is a bitter situation for us. One that can only get worse, if you ask me. Luckily, we have used our superior Somali technology to return from the realm of the dead. It is not time for Janakh yet. Or at least I hope it isn't. Please don't tell me my comrades have left me for dead like this. Because I really want to try and depend on them. I really want to trust them, at least for once. Come on, guys. At least do something that deserves my trust. Because I've had enough of blind faith. You've disappointed me all too many times, my dear SNA comrades. And really, all I have to say is that sometimes you just have to do it yourself if you want a victory. And I want a victory. By God, I want a victory. And by God, I am going to get my victory. I'm going to shoot as many Americans as it takes to win this battle. I will gun them down like the animals that they are. And here we go, taking the back streets, taking the streets back from the Yankee invaders. We are going to hold this land just as we have held it before against the Italians and the British, who came here to colonize us about 100 years ago. The year is 1993, and we have had enough of the Western world and its shit. Now how about you Americans stay out of this place? Stay out of Somalia! Stay out of our land! I will slit every single one of your throats if it's necessary. And by Allah, it seems to be necessary. Fortunately, we have captured an American heavy machine gun. An M204 or whatever it is. And we are going to use it to cut these Americans down to size. Let's just hope that somebody revives us. 8 seconds for my faith in humanity to be restored. Come on now. Yes! Allahu Akbar! Mashallah! Now let's hold these Americans off. They will not be allowed to triumph today. Allah shall forbid such a terrible occurrence. Now let's pull back. We need some heavier weaponry to break this deadlock. So I'm going to take the ZSU-23 Shilka. And first things first, we are going to go into the battle. The Somali army, the Somali National Army, is going to war. With our quadruple DSHK machine guns, we're going to play a little song for these Americans. The quadruple Dushka Symphony. Now get ready to taste death! You foul, infidel, demon spawn! Your days in Somalia are numbered! Mark my words, Mr. Bush! Mark my words! You will leave here whether you want it or not! Now we have to retake the sewers from these Americans. I'd be quite happy to leave those rats to fester in their natural habitat. However, this is not the right situation for that. The American helicopters continue to dominate the skies. But in the meantime, our dear brave brothers in arms have retaken the bridge. The underpass is ours once more, and this is only the first sign of our impending victory. Now I hope that this episode will compensate for how short the other ones have been. At this point, I'm tempted to make it a 2-part episode. However, unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, we are defeating the Americans too goddamn quickly. Victory is within our reach, and it shall remain within our reach. If anything, we shall reach out, and we shall grasp it. Now it's time to kneecap this American with our knife. Or to slit his throat. Whichever one is easier. We're being cornered. The Americans are beginning a counterattack to retake this backyard. But you know what? We won't let them. We're going to get behind their Abrams, get blown up in the process, but that's not what bothers me. I'm going to go back to the spawn point, and I'm going to get a vehicle fit for a freedom fighter. I might also get some khat to chew as well. Though before I get into this technical, I think I'll take to the skies in what is oh so obviously simply an Iraqi helicopter taken right out of the US intervention mode. Not that it matters. Our goal today is to stop a US intervention. Whatever it takes. Now let's chase this helicopter down and tear him a new one. We will forcefully evict these sons of bitches from our dear Somalia. And we will not allow ourselves to crash. We will come down here and we will show these Americans who exactly is boss. We will bring them a world of pain. A new world order of pain. And we will chase this American helicopter all the way back home to Washington if we have to. There we go. We've gunned him down. We've given him exactly what he deserves. Unfortunately, we were too weak to get out the helicopter and survive. Nonetheless, after that spectacular chase, I believe that it is a fitting time to put an end to part 1 of this episode. Part 2 will be quite short, but nonetheless, I hope that you'll all enjoy it. If you're enjoying it up until now, do not forget to leave a like and a comment and to subscribe to my channel. I've been Nerd Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for today.